Well, hey there, boys and girls, and welcome to another episode of Luthorville. Well, I haven't done an update for a little while, but as a friend of mine once told me, a friend of a friend was working at Nintendo, and apparently they had a sign up there that said, "A late game is only late until it ships, but a bad game is bad forever." In other words, it's really important to meet a deadline, but it's a lot more important to produce something of quality. So, although it may be a while since I did an update, now that I've done an update, you don't know the difference, right? The chronology of time all syncs back up. So, in keeping with this thought of deadlines, I should tell you where things stand with the build with my tiny house. I actually gave that same quote to my builder because we're running a little bit behind schedule. As of right now, really all we've done is get the trailer. So it might take, an extra month or so because we're about 5 weeks into the build from the moment that the contract was signed. So we're running a little bit behind, but not a big deal. Everything's still moving along. Unfortunately, I should note too that my builder actually got injured. Joe hurt himself working on the trailer. I'm really hoping he's okay. I get this kind of bad feeling that he might be hurt a little bit more than he's admitting to me, but hopefully he's going to be all right and everything's cool and he's going to heal up just fine. So I can show you some photos, show you some images of the trailer. This trailer was actually purchased in Arkansas and we had it shipped over to Tennessee because it was the closest place that I could find that had the trailer that I wanted. So here it is. Here's the website of the place where I got the trailer, Silver Moon in Jonesboro, Arkansas. And as I said, had that delivered over to Joe. And here is the day that it was delivered. A beautiful, bright, sunny day in Tennessee. So this was the guy who dropped off the Big Tex trailer. It is a 25-foot trailer with 5-foot ramps on the back end. Now, as I have mentioned in other videos, this type of trailer is a commercial trailer, and therefore you probably wouldn't be legally allowed to drive one of these. You wouldn't be able to use this to build a tiny house. I can use it because I have a commercial driver's license. Now, if you do not have a commercial driver's license, but you build a tiny house in something like this, in theory, you should be able to take your tiny house to the DMV and re-register the house as a recreational vehicle, in which case it will probably be legal for you to drive it. Notice that I said probably, not definitely. So this is a case where you really need to look into the laws and your local state laws to find out all the kind of stipulations and rules that apply to commercial trailers, recreational vehicles, and what kind of permits that you might need, what kind of endorsements you might need on your license in order to drive something like this. So these are all the initial photos. As you can see, the thing is really huge. Really cool. I'm really stoked to get this trailer. Oh, this footage right here was actually shot by Joe. Of course, it was shot on the cell phone vertically. I apologize for that. I would never shoot vertical video like this. So, but Joe is not a cinematographer, so he did the best that he could. But this is really cool. I love that I have this because this is the only footage of my trailer before the house is actually built on it. So very cool to have that clip. Now right here, this is the trailer with all the wood removed, because before you build the house, you have to remove all the wood and then put flashing on it. So as you can see, these trailers are extremely robust. It's a pierced frame trailer, so all of those cross beams are actually going through the two main I-beams, which reinforces everything and makes the thing ridiculously strong. So this should be awesome. I'm really stoked about this. This is exactly the kind of trailer that I wanted. I wanted something that was going to last and stand the test of time, something that I could build a house on and spend the next 20 or 30 years in it and not worry about the trailer falling apart. So very stoked, and this is what she looks like before the build begins. Well, thank you so much for watching this episode of Luthorville. Be sure to keep you up to date on the rest of the build and let you know what's happening. And as always, if your ambitions do not scare you, then they're not big enough.
I don't know what that dream is that you have. I don't care how disappointing it might have been as you've been working toward that dream. But that dream that you're holding in your mind, that it's possible.